Good morning everyone and welcome back to Muse 1221. Just jumping on today to do a general collective reading. See what the energies I'm picking up on, what we need to know. Long weekend here in Melbourne, Easter weekend, so it's a public holiday today. I hope you've all got some special plans, be they relaxing or spending time with family and friends or your significant other. Anyway, let's jump straight in and see what we need to know today. We obviously had the full moon here in Melbourne last night. What did you need to release is what I'm hearing. I feel like a lot of people had a big list of important things that they needed to release this full moon. The energy's been a bit up and down of late, so you may have been really feeling the intensity of last night's full moon before it even arrived. Yeah, I feel like there's a situation where Spirit's asking you. I feel like you're going through some challenges at the moment. I was just saying I feel like the energy's been a bit challenging as well. And we've got the No card here, the Creator. In this deck, this is the Wandering Star Tarot by Kat Pierce. It has 2 extra cards, a yes and a no card. And the Creator one suggests, to allow things that are falling away to do so. Followed by the Judgment card and following the Strength card. I feel like there is something that's definitely been challenging you of late that you do need to release, and I'm picking up that this might be really difficult for you to let go of, but I feel like you've come to an acceptance. You've had a bit more of an awakening. You've assessed the situation, and I think you're at a point where you're accepting it for what it is now, and if it needs to fall away, you're ready to let it to do so. I feel like whoever I'm reading for is, again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I feel like whoever I'm reading for has had a bit of an inner knowing that this needed to, whatever this is, I'm getting now that it's regarding a relationship or some sort of connection. I feel like it hasn't been inspiring you of late, and you've felt like things aren't really moving in the direction that you want them to, and maybe there's a reason for that. There is a reason for everything and why it happens, and I feel like it's taken you some time to come to the conclusion that maybe whatever this situation is isn't actually meant for you, and that you're supposed to release it, but it's taking strength and courage to do so. I feel like you're extremely concerned about what the outcome of releasing this will be, but the Divine are stepping in to guide you and have said, we've got the Judgment card here. They're bringing judgment to a situation. I am getting big relationship vibes, that it was in regards to a union. But the other thing I'm also picking up from this is if you've been, because we've got the Creator, never mind the no bit for a second, we've got the Creator, and we've got on this 4 of Wands card, it says like creativity and freedom. I feel like there could also be a case where, someone's been trying something or had an idea that they've been sticking to, and the path you've chosen to move forward with it hasn't been working, and Spirit's been sending you signs to say you need to change direction with this idea. This creative passion is a good idea, and it is something that you're being guided to follow. however you're not quite going about it the right way. And although you've got the freedom to make the choices you want to on how to move forward, Spirit has been trying to send you some signs to give you a broader range of ideas that might help this particular venture come sort of unfold in a more positive way. So I guess if it's something like, for example, if you've had a business idea and, it's not quite working out the way you wanted it to, maybe it's because you're not considering enough options in regards to how to make it successful. And you've got quite, you've been quite focused on doing it a particular way, which is actually stifling your creativity and your freedom of choice in terms of, I know that sounds a bit backward, but your freedom of choice in Spirit saying that if you broaden your vision, you're going to have a lot more freedom with different options that come your way to choose, and it's going to create better flow for this project that you're working on and give you greater success. So you're tackling it in not the most efficient way at the moment. Is probably the best way to summarise that. But I am picking up that in addition to that, this is the divine bringing down judgment on a union, on a situation. What else do we need to know? Yeah, I feel like I don't feel like it's the end of this situation. I feel like the divine is awakening you to an acceptance of what needs to be released. I keep going back to what needs to be released, and it's funny I mentioned that at the start of the reading before I pulled any cards, but this is how my guides confirm. I feel like with the full moon last night, it is all about looking at, reflecting on what's transpired and what we need to release, what's no longer serving us. And I feel like you've come to a state in this connection where it's causing you a lot of frustration and anxiety, and it's really put you at a crossroads as to whether or not you should continue with it or not. There is going to be a change or shift coming, and I do feel like you'll be working toward, creating more harmony with this particular person, because we've got the Six of Cups here, which is reconciliation. And I know the Eight of Cups is traditionally walking away from something, but I'm not picking it up because we've got the Six of Cups here, which is reconciliation and reunion. I'm getting this more as I think you're walking away from, the anxiety, from the pain that and challenges that this situation's caused you in the past, and you're making the choice to create change and create a shift in the dynamic by working together. I'm getting that maybe you and your person have both been sort of on the defensive a bit as well, very guarded, and that maybe you've been, that No card also gives us, she's standing there with, the cat almost as protection with her arms crossed. That's a very guarded pose. And again, the Two of Swords here, she's got her arms crossed, she's blindfolded. It's like, I don't know how to move forward, I can't see the full picture, but I know I don't want to go backwards, and that's causing some anxiety and frustration. So I do think you're yearning shift and change, but I think your partner's yearning shift and change too. And I do believe that you're going to be working together to create that, because you do want that reconciliation and reunion, and I'm picking that up from both sides. I feel like both of you want that. Sorry, I just realised you can't see all the cards. So let's clarify if this is in regards to the second scenario where, you know, you've been working on a creative project and it hasn't been moving forward, again, apply this as it fits, because I feel like you've been getting extremely frustrated that things haven't unfolded as you'd envisioned them to. And so you're at a bit of a crossroads as to whether or not this particular project is for you or not, or whether you should continue with it or not. Again, I did mention that I feel like you need to change your perspective. So, you know, that's landed under the Judgment card. So I do think the Divine are showing you ways that you can change things up so that you can move in a more successful and abundant direction with this particular project. They're not saying give up on it. They're saying that, you know, there just needs to be some changes made. And I do think that the Three of Wands is also indicating that your luck is going to change with that. But you may also want to consider working, getting a mentor, or sharing ideas with like-minded people or friends, or, you know, someone in the community that might be able to give you different ideas that are going to help create this change for you to move forward with. And it could, with the Six of Cups here, be someone who, you know, you haven't spoken to for in a while. It could be a childhood friend. It could be also your childhood fears or childhood wounds are fear that is holding you back from sort of branching out a bit more with this opportunity. What else do we need to know about this situation, Spirit? Yeah, we've got the Judgment card twice there. I feel like in regards to the romantic connection, someone's really feeling left out in the cold at the moment. You're not speaking up. You're inspired to want to speak your truth. And I do feel like there's going to be literally a light bulb moment that's going to give you the inspiration to know the right words to say to fix the situation. And, you know, again, the Divine are intervening and going to make the wrongs right. So I do think that that's going to help you break out of this Eight of Swords energy. We got the Six of Cups again, and now the Ten of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Wow, look at this, guys. We've got the Queen of Wands and now the King of Wands. So my guides are just confirming that this is a union of some sort, connection. And again, at the bottom of the deck, we had the Two of Swords. So I feel like you're both at a crossroads. I feel like you're both feeling the same things, but you're just not quite sure how to come together and work on it and fix it. But a conversation needs to be had that's going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Free things up, create movement, create some flow to be able to make progress with those conversations and actually have action take place. Because I think you're both sitting in the Seven of Cups at the moment, as well as the Eight of Swords energy. You know, so you're very emotionally invested in this, but you have options, you have choices in regards to how you are going to move forward, and you're not looking at all those options at this present time. You need to stop and consider those and think of it from the heart space, not from the ego. I feel like, you know, with the Two of Swords continuing to reappear, sometimes when we're anxious about a situation, you know, it stops us from thinking from the heart space and we go into that ego mindset. But you've got the Six of Cups here, so reconciliation is definitely like a reunion. And you may not be separated as such, but it might just be reuniting in a more positive way, for example. And if you're not currently with someone and this is someone new, it looks like you definitely have someone returning from the past. We've got the Ten of Cups here and the Eight of Wands. So once things start moving, I feel like they're going to move really quickly. And the Ten of Cups is, one of the best cards in the deck. It is an abundance of love, happiness, family, connection. And the Eight of Wands is obviously rapid moving, travel or communications. And I feel like that's, the masculine energy coming in to sort of start the ball rolling on fixing things, because the Ten of Cups is a deep, soul connection. It's the type of love that everybody desires. So it's definitely worth fixing this situation. And I feel like that's what Spirit's guiding you to at present time, is to be open-minded to, changing things up a little, because they just haven't been working quite the way, you're not in a flow with each other at the moment, at present time. And things have become stagnant, and that's causing you both a bit of anxiety and frustration at present time. Spirit's extra guidance is the Lady of the Rose. This is beautiful Universal Wisdom Oracle cards. I'm actually going to read from the book for these because they have really beautiful messages. Lady of the Rose, like many, you have been led to believe that in order to gain knowledge, you must study and follow existing formulas, doctrines, and beliefs. While study is undoubtedly a rich and rewarding experience, it is also true that all you need to know is inside you. Your progress may be impeded at present because you are adhering to formality and theory. You do not need further formal qualifications in order to succeed or validate that which you truly desire to be in life. The wisdom you need is already inside you. It is a vast treasure of knowledge waiting to be tapped. It is time to consult your inner wisdom and reclaim your power. The Lady of the Rose is here to help you access the vast pools of knowledge you hold in your heart. The following exercise may help you to access your wisdom. Sit quietly and comfortably and let all your thoughts and worldly concerns just drift by. Watch them float away and let go of any expectations you have. Simply relax and breathe. The more you can switch off and relax, the easier it will be to connect with your inner wisdom. Knowledge may come through feeling or intuition, or it may come with words that float through your mind. Remember, the secret is not to make this process a struggle. Use it as a relaxation without attachment to the outcome. Ask the universe to help you connect to all the knowledge that would best serve you at this time. So again, Spirit's just confirming, draw on your intuition as inspiration. And I think that card applies to either of the scenarios that I was picking up on. Be this a relationship or a project that you're working on, leave the ego behind and really step into the heart space and use your intuition to guide you in the right direction. And just some final guidance from Spirit. Adjustments are required. Yeah, look, we know from the earlier cards that things don't seem to be working the way you want them to at the moment in both situations. So I feel like Spirit's saying it's time to reevaluate the situation and change things up a little, because if you continue doing the same thing, you're going to keep getting the same result. So it is time for change. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back soon. So please stay safe and have a great day. Bye for now.